This is my switch light here that I would like to replace, and you can see, if you look very closely, you can see the problem here. These actually have here, it's broken here, the plastics, and this one is broken here. It's difficult to see because there's sun here, so from this angle you probably can see it's better. Okay, so that's what I would like to do, and I would like you to see how I'm doing it. So the first thing I would like to do is to disconnect the light power here in the electrical panel. So I'm looking here, and if I'm looking on 12, I can see kitchen light here. So 12 is this is 12, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to disconnect it. So first thing I'm doing here, I'm removing the switch from the So here are the two switches, as you can see here. And if you look at this switch here, first I want to show you what is the problem with it. Flip it here like this. What you will see, you can see it's broken here. If you look at it carefully, you can see where it's broke, I will finger it now, just pointing it. You can see here it's broken, okay? It's still operated, but you see I want to replace it because it doesn't look good. This switch, and is another switch here, okay, that you have here, the issue here, it's broken. So what I want to show on the switch, what you have in a switch, you always have the ground here, and you have also a hat that coming from the bottom, and this is also a hat that going to the light, okay? So that's what you have. You don't have a neutral here, okay? And the switch is actually turn off and on the light. Same thing with this switch, okay? Here in the switch you can see two black color, okay? The bottom and the top, and that switch is just connected short between both of them. So just what I want to show you, I'm actually going to replace them with another switch that I bought from Home Depot, which cost, I believe, it cost me, both of them cost me like $3 or $2 or something. It's very inexpensive, and it's really interesting. It's really nice to replace them when they're actually in this kind of situation. So that's what I want to show you today, how I'm going to replace it. It's very easy, and please look and see. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, if you look here carefully, what you're seeing here, the wire here going inside to a hole. Okay, in this switch I will show you very soon, there is a hole that you can actually insert this wire, or the wire inside. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this wire, okay, with a cutter here, okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, remember, this is the lower, that is in the bottom of the switch. So you can remember it, but if you afraid that you maybe make mistakes, so let me show you what I'm doing here. So here's the switch. If you can see here in this switch, okay, you have off and then you have on. Okay, so the bottom here, that's where is the hot going, and that's when you actually short it. If I put here, you just connect this to this and allow the power to go to the light. So remember, in order not to make mistakes, if I'm going to flip it like that, okay, and what you're going to see, here a hole. It's a small hole here. That's where you see this hole. That's where the wire will go in. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually remove the insulation from this wire, as you can see here. I will remove probably 3/8 of an inch, and I push it inside to this hole first, to the bottom one. So that not to make mistake, I will put this one in the bottom one. So this is going to the bottom. So that's what I'm going to just remove the insulation and put it in. Okay, so in order to remove the insulation from this heart, remember I'm removing like 3/8 of an inch. Okay, or half an inch maybe, but 3/8 of an inch is enough for me. Okay, I always use a utility knife. You can use cutter if you want, but utility knife work for me perfectly. Okay, so I remove it. So you can see here, this wire is actually probably 3/8 of an inch. Okay, and what I'm going to do with it, so here is the place where you don't want to make mistake here. See, the off, that's on, that's off. So remember, here is the button. So I'm going to flip it like that, and I'm going to push it. See this hole? I'm going to push this wire in the hole. I just push it forcefully inside. I'm doing here, taking it inside, and I just press it. You can see it's inside. I'm going to take the other wire and just connect it to the second hole on the top of the switch. That when the switch is going to be like that. Okay. So here I'm cutting it. I'm cutting this wire, which is the wire that has to go on top of it. Okay. And that's the ground also. This one I will leave for the last one, for the last connection. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove the insulation here, 3/8 of an inch or half an inch, depends how much you feel comfortable. Okay, so you can see the wire is here already. So I'm taking this wire, okay, and just press it in. And now we already have almost finished, but we have to connect the ground here, okay, that's the ground. So that's the first thing I'm going to do now. So this is the bed. You can see the bed switch here, broken and dirty, so garbage. See, just put it back here. And that's its finish. So it's very easy to replace it, okay? So now I'm going to do the second one to the same. See, in the second one here, you can see both of them are the same color. Here we have red and white, but here we have two black. So that's when we can actually make confused. So the same thing we're doing here. We first cut the wire here. Okay. Remove the installation. So this is the new switch I'm going to connect. You can see the ground here. It's always on the top, whereas the top wire should be. And the bottom is here. So that's another thing that you can actually never make any mistakes. Where is the bottom? The bottom is here. It's also, the ground is also always on the top. See, I'm doing it, I'm taking it and I just press it inside. That's done. So here's the bed switch, as you can see here. It is broken all over here. Okay, so you can see we finished already. We just need to test it before we're going to put it. So I just will connect the light now and see if it's working. Okay, just turn on the light here, you can see. So here you can see both switches are off. Okay, here are the lights. Okay, so I'm going to go for the first light. I'm going to turn on the switch for this light. It's on, and the switch for this light, it's on. So you can see here, both of them on. So we actually successfully replaced them. The only thing that left is just to push them in. And for that one, you can turn off the power there, or you can stay and work with that. So I will turn off the power because I don't want any short here, but you can do it without it. But it's better to do it when you turn off the power to the switch. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to press this inside. Always using the drill is better. Power is off. It's by far easier to work when power is off. It's very secure also. So one thing I want to share, when you're actually putting this screw, it should be in the center. It does move to the right or the left. Okay, that's what you have to be careful, because then when you're going to put the cover, it's not going to look nice. So the cover is designed that this center of this hole and that hole is the same distance. So you have to make sure that the screw that you actually screw it, it's going to be exactly in the center here. Thank you for watching this video.